This is KGW News at Sunrise.
This morning on Sunrise, cleaning up a homeless camp in East Portland leads police to make a dozen arrests. Others in the camp were warned to stay off the private property or face charges. A cyclist has been hurt after a cougar attack in western Washington. Why experts say this type of case is extremely rare. Good morning. Thanks for getting up with us on this Sunday. I'm Deidre Johnson. So before we get to those headlines, let's check in with Daisy Caballero for a quick look at your forecast.
Hey, good morning, Deidre. Good morning to all of our viewers. Happy Sunday to you, taking you straight out to the coastline. Yes, it's a little gloomy. Yes, it's a little rainy. Regardless, it's always beautiful at the coast, at least in my eyes. 49 degrees out at Lincoln City. You can see some of those birds flying around, enjoying the cool temperatures. We are going to start to warm up, though. Those low 50s for Astoria, Pacific City, 54 degrees for Newport. We will actually transition into seeing some partly sunny skies after some those morning showers start to kind of fade on out. Here's a quick look at your current temperatures this morning. 39 out in Sherwood, 38 for Westland, 37 for Boring. And more of those 30s over to the eastern portion of our state, 25 degrees for Bend. 40s and 50s on the coastline right now. And as you can see through our satellite radar, we're seeing some more of those rain showers. And again, this will continue until right about noon. We're also seeing some snow in those higher elevations alongside parts of the northern central and central Oregon, which we do have a winter weather advisory in those areas, which we'll talk a little bit more about in my full forecast. So here's your day at a glance. Right about noon, we'll be seeing those 40s and 50s off the coastline and up and down the I-5 corridor. Again, starting to see a little bit more of that sunshine and warming up a few degrees. But again, more on that 7-day forecast coming up.
All right, thanks so much, Daisy. Well, new this morning, Portland homicide detectives have been on the scene of a fatal shooting in the Hollywood district. This was a scene just before 3 a.m. along North Housley Street. Officers responded to a shooting call and found a man dead at the scene. We'll keep you updated on the investigation as soon as we get more information. This morning, a Washington state trooper is recovering after getting shot during a traffic stop. This happened Friday night in Kent, just south of Seattle. Authorities say the trooper tried to pull over a driver who was suspected of driving under the influence. During the pursuit, the suspect crashed into another car. The trooper says the suspect then got out of the car and ran by an apartment complex.
The trooper relays on the radio that he is in foot pursuit of a suspect, fled from the vehicle, and shortly after that announced on the radio that he's been shot.
The trooper was shot multiple times in the leg. Authorities tracked down the suspect and took him into custody. A woman was also brought in for questioning. A potential tragedy was avoided in Hazel Dell when a car hit an ambulance, causing it to roll over. This happened Friday night as the ambulance crew was responding to a call with its lights on and sirens on. The ambulance was hit as it went through an intersection. Luckily, nobody was seriously hurt, and the ambulance did not have a patient on board. Police are investigating the crash. Turning to the homeless crisis, police raided a large homeless camp in Northeast Portland this week, detaining dozens of people after shootings and complaints of drug use on private property. It's a camp that's been causing community unrest for months. Blair Best has more.
This is what starting over looks like.
Right now on short notice, it's a way to carry a lot of stuff.
For those living in this homeless camp off Northeast 148th and Cooch.
It's honestly really embarrassing living like this.
Tuesday morning, Portland police raided the site. It's private property and they had a warrant based on community complaints.
Basically, we were told to come out with their hands up.
Yeah, they were standing on the perimeter with rifles all spread out.
Portland police say about 20 people ran when they got there. Officers detained 30 others and arrested 12 for outstanding warrants.
I ended up falling asleep while I was handcuffed on the curb.
Byron and others were warned if they were caught on the private property again, they would be arrested for criminal trespassing. So when authorities came through here, it appears that they've numbered each tent, and from what we can see, there's more than 30 tents in this single lot.
There was just a lot of bad things going on, you know. There's shootings and there's been fights and it's been loud and rampant, drug use.
It was hard not to step on used fentanyl foils covering the ground. Police confirmed 2 recent shootings there.
This is out of control. Out of control.
It brings this woman to tears.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. Her parents live next door.
Well, my parents are old, and they got people peeking in their windows and doing drugs out front. There's a handprint on the wall here where one night they caught him peeking in the window here from the camp.
I wish the state would help the people find a place to live so this wouldn't happen.
Police say outreach workers were there Tuesday.
No, they don't help with housing, nothing. They like to say that they help, that they'll give you resources and stuff. They never do.
It's up to the property owner to clean the lot, and we're told they plan to put up fences to keep homeless people out.
So what's your plan now?
Pick up, and just try to find a safe place and just keep on going.
In Northeast Portland,
That's what we always do.
Blair Best, KGW News.
This morning, a woman is recovering in the hospital after being attacked by a cougar while cycling in western Washington. It happened in a wilderness area north of the town of Snoqualmie. Early Saturday afternoon, a cougar attacked a group of 5 cyclists, injuring a 60-year-old woman. Her fellow bikers pinned down the cougar until a Washington Fish and Wildlife agent was able to get there.
I'm shocked, definitely shocked. Never heard of attack of cyclists. I thought they mostly attack, hikers in remote areas in the wilderness.
It's kind of surprising just because I find I don't worry about cougar attacks necessarily. I tend to think of them as being pretty rare.
Agents did shoot and kill the cougar, which was a kitten around 6 months old. A second cougar was spotted by one of the cyclists and took off. Officials say cougar attacks are rare in the state. In the last 100 years, there have been 2 deadly attacks and 20 that left someone hurt.